What up, YouTube Alayx? Coming at you with something a little bit different today. We are going to be playing through the Diablo 4 open beta. Now, I did try to make some content on this game last night, but this being a beta version of the game, I experienced all sorts of technical difficulties. The main one being if I alt-tabbed out of the game to start my recording software, the game would crash, and then I would have to re-queue, and each queue would take 15 or 30 minutes. It was a whole thing. It was a nightmare, but I did manage to stabilize the game a bit. I changed the graphics from high to medium settings, and I got a sorcerer to level 20 last night with some buddies. So what we're going to do today is start from the top. We are going to make a Necromancer. I'm going to go over my initial thoughts and impressions of the game and go over some concerns I have about the final product, because if it's monetized anything like Diablo Immortal, man, I'm scared of that. I am super scared. But we're not going to stay in the character creation menu for too long, but since we're not going to get to see this game again until it's released, I want to get as in-depth of a look as I can and show you guys as much as I can. And the character customization, at least compared to Diablo 1, 2, and 3, seems to be a lot more in-depth, to be fair. I've not played Diablo Immortal. I could not get behind the monetization of that game. The greed involved in that game actually turned me off. As soon as I heard about how that game was monetized, it was just not a model that I could support. So, with that said, let's go ahead and make our Necromancer here. He does look greasy, but we are an undead summoner, so what else can you really expect right here? We're going to kind of breeze through this right now. Let's see what a Necromancer looks like. I think going for the light blue eyes, going for kind of a gray complexion here, I think is sick. And I also think these tattoos look really cool with the shaved head right here. So we're going to be a shaved head, pale ass, greasy Necromancer, but the tattoo on the back of the head, honestly, I think looks kind of sick. Do we want to have facial hair? You know what? Let's go no facial hair. Let's look like we're dying right here because we are an undead summoner. And let's go for blue tattoos. That honestly looks cool. I mean, he's not somebody I'd want to hang out with, but he looks cool. So that's what we're going to do right here. Jewelry. Let's actually see. Oh my god, bro. Okay. I kind of like this. This looks like what I would expect a Necromancer to look like. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this looks pretty cool. So let us go ahead. I already have a character named Alayx, so we're going to name this one Alayx Jr., and I'm not going to talk through the cutscenes just so you guys can watch that unbothered. I might talk through certain silences, but for the majority of cutscenes, I won't be talking. Just a heads up, you are welcome to skip ahead, of course, if you have seen the cutscenes already. We're not going to go hardcore mode, because if we go hardcore mode and we die, we lose everything, so we're not going to bother with that, but I am going to go for veteran. The game really isn't that much more difficult on veteran, but it does give us more experience and more gold. So that's what we're going to do right here. We can finalize this character and start the game. We are going to see a cutscene here shortly.
Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was, and Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind.
Seems to be running smooth.
This is the story of their downfall.
Yeah, I know. It's looking really good right now. The graphics, man. I like what they did with it. I'll talk a little bit more about that later on in this video. Man, that wolf thing looks so sick. All right.
I should find better shelter before I freeze.
And we're off. Now, first impressions of this game, there's a couple elephants in the room I want to address. The first one is the atmosphere. Diablo 3 had such a colorful atmosphere. And playing through Diablo 2, Diablo 3 did not live up to the legacy, man. It was so colorful, it was saturated, it wasn't scary at all. It felt more like a Warcraft game than a Diablo game, which is fine. That's not bad for a game, but it doesn't live up to the Diablo expectation. It doesn't live up to the Diablo vibe. Diablo, you expect something dark, you expect it to be unsaturated, you want it to be gloomy and scary, and Diablo 4 fits that perfectly. The other elephant in the room is, if you watched the Adventure with a Dev Diablo 4 video, that game looked awful. I don't know what they were playing, but it was not this. Maybe it's because I'm on PC. I don't know what to tell you, man. That game, the graphics looked bad. It looked oversaturated. All the models and textures looked more like clay than textures. And here, this Diablo looks great, man. It's dark. I love the graphics. And keep in mind, I'm only playing on medium, so I have the best optimization for the beta. The game's great, I think, so far. In terms of how it plays, it's awesome. And also the Necromancer, this is interesting. So the Sorcerer didn't start with any abilities, and here we can actually raise skeletons from corpses, so that's actually pretty cool. They fight for you. How many corpses can I raise right here? We're gonna see how many. I wonder if it tells us. Minions for 5 seconds. Let's see. You know what? And also, I see that we already have unspent talent points right here. This is not how the Sorcerer started as well. Let's go for something. We can always respec later, so we're not going to go and read too much into this right now. Hemorrhage seems pretty cool. Man. Okay, let's go for Hemorrhage. It allows us to cause 7 damage and has a 20% chance to form a Blood Orb, which I'm not really sure what a Blood Orb does, but we'll find out. Oh, that's cool, and it's ranged, too. Nice. Okay, so we have a little undead army already. That's pretty sick. I'm really liking the Necromancer. The Sorcerer felt OP. I did get him to level 20, and he does have some legendary items, so he's pretty cool as well. But I'm going to do my best to not talk through the dialogue. I am a bit of a completionist, so
Demons everywhere.
Here we go.
Fangs in the dark.
He bit me!
Careful!
He's a wild one.
He's a wild one. What's going on here?
What's it to you?
Oswen, hush. I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time. This madman just stumbled into town and started causing trouble.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all. Kill us all.
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come, I'll explain.
All right, let's go see what this lady has to say.
There is evil staring in the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside. Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
All right. So I will say the game's running a lot smoother than my first initial attempt at recording. Like I said, I experienced a lot of frame rate drops and some crashes here. Anyway, let's continue with the story. I am going to exhaust the dialogue.
We'll do what we can for him. Might have to keep him in the shed for now, though. He tried to bite off Osman's fingers.
That monk man tried to bite off somebody's fingers. Let's see, what is this place?
Nothing special about our little town, but it's home.
I also wonder if they're going to deepen the dialogue as they develop this game because, you know, oh, what's this place? Oh, it's nothing. It's a small town. I wonder if they're going to expand on that in the finalized version here.
Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
Evil is gathering strength in those ruins. I will bring it to heal.
Truly? Oh, thank you.
All right, so we got our first mission here. We have to solve whatever evil is plaguing those ruins, and we also leveled up here. So quest complete. Do we have talent points? We do. So one thing, if you are not familiar with how Diablo works, is you kind of want to maximize one skill. You don't want to put points into a bunch of little skills because, for example, these are all basic attacks right here. If I decide to go for Decompose, well, now I have a basic attack called Decompose, and Hemorrhage might as well make Hemorrhage more powerful right here. So we can also expand on each talent right here. So the talent system is actually really extensive, and it would take a long time to exhaust everything. It would take a long time to go over every single talent and perk, but we're just going to level up right here. This enhanced Hemorrhage. After picking up a Blood Orb, your next Hemorrhage also deals damage to enemies around your target and grants 2 additional essence per enemy hit. And here's what Blood Orbs do. They heal you for up to 15% of your maximum life when picked up. So that is pretty sweet. I'm liking the Necromancer so far. But let us go here. We may as well get that enhanced Hemorrhage. We'll keep leveling up Hemorrhage as we go until we can choose our next ability right here. But it looks like we can keep these skeletons for as long as we want, and there is a maximum of 4. So let us continue through the story right here. My skeletons are beefing on somebody who are... Oh, okay. A big-ass bear, which we kill instantly. May as well make a skeleton out of that. I like how it becomes a humanoid skeleton, too. You know, we can't be too nitpicky. It's just an ability. It's not that deep. All right. But the gameplay, though, in terms of action RPGs, is really nice. It feels really solid, really responsive. Especially for a beta when they still have some time to optimize this. It feels great. It feels really good. I won't lie to you. I do have some concerns about the final product, though. I did do some research, and they said that there's going to be no pay-for-power options. All the monetization in this game, in the cash shop, will be for cosmetics, which I can't be too mad about, especially if this is going to be a live service game. It seems like it's almost going to be similar to an MMO. You're going to be able to play with friends. You're going to be able to see people in the overworld. There's going to be live events, world bosses, things like that. So in that case, if they are maintaining this game and treating it as a sort of live service, sure, I can get behind certain monetization schemes as long as it's not pay to win. That's the issue. If you have a game like Diablo Immortal where you can spend hundreds and thousands of dollars, life-changing money, in a single game to start beating everybody else, that's just not a model I can get behind. It's kind of scummy, and I think if you feel like you absolutely need to monetize the game to keep it functioning and to keep it up and running and to maintain it, fine, you know what, have a cash shop, but don't make it pay to win and don't allow people to spend crazy amounts of money, down payment on a house kind of money, to progress through the game. It's just not something that I think is good business practice. Now, we did jump a little bit ahead. My game started to crash just a little bit. I had some frame rate drops and lag, so I had to restart, but we are solid. We are now level, what level are we even? Let's go to inventory here. It should tell us right here. We are level 3, and we have one more talent right here. So as you can see, let me expand this. We have our initial talents. I could keep making Hemorrhage stronger, but since this is beta and I want to see what other abilities we got, we are now in our second, I guess, sub-tree. I'm not really sure what they call these, but in the next tree of available abilities, let's just quickly pick one we can always respec. I think Blight looks really cool. Let's go for Blight. We can always unassign it. So let's see what Blight does. This is our right-click ability. Oh, bro, that is solid. That is solid. I was really liking the sorcerer, but I love the aesthetic of the necromancer right here. And oh my god, bro, and it leaves Blight on the ground too. That is super cool. So, man, the game runs smooth, but then it occasionally gets these crazy frame drops, and it makes it really hard to play. But so far, you know, all things considered, pretty good. We can't be too nitpicky in a beta. And when this game comes out, I can already tell you right now, this game is going to take over my life. Taking a look at the map right here, we might not have a lot discovered, but it just... Dude, look at this. This is huge, and this is only the beta. I'm not sure if we can explore everything here, but man, it is crazy, bro. So this game, expect to see a lot more of it on my channel. Oh shit. Dodge. Hey, that worked out. But it's smooth. It's very, the reactions, like your character reactions, the dodge and stuff is very responsive. You don't feel like you're clicking on something and it doesn't work. So, it's solid right here. And as with any action RPG, we have to check every nook and cranny, get all our gold, see if there's any loot. We're already almost level 4. God, that Blight is so cool, and we have Essence, not Mana, so that's what Essence is. Instead of Mana, we have Essence, which we use for our spell casting right here. Oh, man, this game, dude, I like it. First impressions, solid. Way better than the Diablo 4 Adventure with the Dev video where the game looked horrible. It looked like a reskin to Diablo 3. The game, the atmosphere is much darker, much scarier, and the graphics are solid, and we're only on medium, so this isn't even high graphics right here. So very cool, very solid. And we are in the earlier game, but later on, these potions become a lot more important right now. As we can see, they're dropping everywhere, and I have 5 charges. You start off with 4, but as you level up, I guess you get server-wide achievements that buff your secondary characters. So my alt right here has 5 potion counters because I do have a character that has 5 potion counters. So keep that in mind. You do start with 4 potion counters. You don't need them in the early game that bad, but later on, especially in veteran, they do become useful, especially during the boss fights, which we are shortly going to see. I think we're about to enter our first boss fight right here. Not immediately, but maybe in the next minute or 2. Oh man, dude, the Necromancer, I can't get over him. And the fact that you start off with a little undead army, I wonder if they're going to balance that. I wonder if this is for beta purposes. They want to show you what the Necromancer is like. I did try out a druid briefly, but the gameplay seemed a little bit slow. I love the aesthetic of a druid. I love shapeshifting, but it felt more like a tank. It played slow. I didn't have a lot of AoEs. Maybe later on, as you get stronger and you unlock more abilities, it becomes a lot more viable, but in the early game it seemed a little bit slow, and I want to experience this game right away. You know, we have a very limited time, so I want to play something that felt felt better. And for whatever reason, the Sorcerer and Necromancer so far feel really good. But nothing against the Druid, because I actually mained a Druid in Diablo 2. And I might add some Diablo 2 Resurrected gameplay as well. And we're already level 5, so let's choose our next ability here. We don't have the next tree unlocked just yet, so let's actually go for Enhanced Blight. Slows enemies by 25. Okay, bro, I'm down. Let's go. 25% speed reduction on enemies now. So the beta is really long. I think it took us a few hours to get to level 20 and to beat the first act. I'm really curious about Lilith's part in this game. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it doesn't seem like it's black and white. It doesn't seem as simple as you're defeating the Lords of Hell. It seems like there's more nuance to it. It seems like it's more than just Lilith being the next big bad because there's no more Diablo. I think it's deeper than that, and I think it's going to add some complexity to the story and some depth to the characters. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this story right here. Now, I think we're getting close to the boss. I think we're only a few rooms away right here. So let's see how the Necromancer plays right here. I think it's just in this next room. And man, I gotta say, I keep saying it, the atmosphere, the graphics are so cool. I remember this standing out to me. The candles in this room, the lighting, bro, it just looks so good, man. I'm so hyped for this game. I was anti-hyped after the Diablo 4 Adventure with the Dev video just because it looked so bad, but all those concerns are gone. Now my only concern is the cash shop because, I mean, yeah, they can say it's only going to be cosmetics, but when has a game studio not lied to us about that kind of thing? You know, I mean, sometimes they're honest, but... So now we have a decapitated priest right here. Oh my god, oh my god. And oh, I forgot that I'm playing on veteran actually, which is probably why he's doing so much more damage to me. We're still vibing, we're still vibing. We have essence right here. So, not essence, health potions. And here he comes. And the bosses seem really good too. I mean, this is the first boss, and it already has some mechanics more than just hacking and slashing. You have to dodge his little things. Veteran's actually not as easy as normal mode, which is to be expected. So I actually have to use health potions right here.
I'm out of essence.
But we still got him. Still easy peasy. Relic Skull. We actually have a bunch of loot, I feel like, that I have not bothered putting on. So let's put on some boots right here. That gives us more armor. Now we also have what is a buckler versus an adept Relic Skull, which actually gives us more damage per hit. We also have some gloves, and we also have a scythe, which I think is probably two-hand. It is. So let's go for the scythe, actually. That looks super sick. We're like a Grim Reaper now, which is fitting. Because we do summon undead. So let's see. Now we have to return to Nevesk and tell them that we took care of this demon right here. So we have a rope. This allows us to get out of this dungeon. And man, I gotta say, I'm really liking the Necromancer so far. I don't know if I like it more than the Sorcerer. I might show you guys what my level 20 Sorcerer is like in another video. Because he's super OP, and I love the Sorcerer abilities too. The magic abilities are really cool, and I feel like there's a lot of really sick builds that you can make with the Sorcerer. To be fair, I've not leveled up a Necromancer yet, and I promise there's probably builds for the Necromancer that are also just as sick. So really it comes down to your preference here. Now let's see what this lady has to say to us.
The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent.
I don't know about that, but...
Oh, I'm so sorry. We haven't any coin to offer. But we have hot stew, good company, and...
Stay for a pint.
Wash out the taste of the stew.
We'd be honored if you'd join us.
You see, under normal circumstances, I'm down to party. But this would be a red flag to me, man. If they're this, like, hey, look, stay for a drink. Let's party, right? Like, let's have fun. If that's not a red flag, man. Oh, guess what? Guess what? We're drugged. Isn't that cool? Man, our character's not the smartest. And of course, they're prepared. What is this? I'm really liking the story so far, though, you guys. I think this is a really good intro to the next Diablo series. And it's a lot scarier than Diablo 3, I gotta say. I never played Diablo Immortal, but... but I gotta say, compared to Diablo 3, Diablo 4, it's night and day. They nailed it. I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his children on a pyre, and a mother molded a new age from the ashes. I saw the weak made strong. A pack of lambs feasting on wolves, tears of blood rained on a desert jewel, and the way to hell was torn asunder. I think they're talking about Lilith and Inarius here. Then came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. Rathma's prophecy. I'm not sure if they're talking about Inarius. If you guys aren't familiar with it, Inarius and Lilith. Inarius is an angel, Lilith is demon. They got funky and created the mortal world of Sanctuary, is my understanding of it. So that's why I said it's probably not as simple as heaven and hell, good and evil, because both Inarius and Lilith don't follow those tropes. So I think it's going to be deeper than that. I hope it is, because I'm really excited to see what this story has to tell. I think it's going to be really cool. Now, what's this guy doing to us here? This doesn't look great. And see the dark themes? We have bodies all over the place.
Blood. My mother's body.
By mother's blood.
Shall you witness her glory?
Oh, bro, don't feed that to us, man.
Before you die.
Oh, great.
Not ready yet.
Come on, guy. Save us, dude. Let's go. Damn, bro. All right, Iosef, wake me up here.
They're coming. The whole damned village. Get up. Get up. We have to fight our way out.
Man, that must be a hell of a hangover.
Take them.
Oh, here we go. Thanks, Iosef. That's the monk from earlier. If you guys don't know who that is, that's the monk.
Souls. All of you.
All right. All right, we got a tunic here. Actually, let's equip that. I think that's better than what we got. Nice. Looks pretty cool, too. All right, all right. Finish off these villagers. And Vani, that's the lady that gave us the quest.
You are blessed like us now.
Am I blessed? I don't think I'm blessed, bro.
That was all of them. Light willing.
Light willing. All right. What you got to say to us, pal? You're the madman from the shed.
Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and...
Oh, jeez. Ah, yeah. See, I told you, hell of a hangover. That is the grossest looking puke, man.
What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
They must have fed them to me.
A blasphemous ritual. How did they learn this?
That's a good question.
Perhaps the answer lies in the chapel. They kept it locked up for a reason. The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
All right, let's get this key to the chapel right here. There it is, chapel key, epic item. All right, Iosif. Knocking these gates over like they're nothing. My guy, he's beefy. Wait a minute. Do I have to go this way? I guess I do. Oh, yeah, there he is. For some reason, I lost track of him here. We have so much on the screen. I wasn't paying attention to him. I'll be honest with you. All right, let's get to this chapel and see what's up. All right, down here we have our quest marker. There's the door.
Only fire can cleanse the darkness in this place. Have a look inside, but hurry. I will prepare the torch.
Okay, and we'll be able to talk to him too once he stops walking right here. Let's exhaust some dialogue. See what lore we can get. What were you doing in Nevisk?
Looking for the town priest. He stopped sending tithes, and I came to find out why. As I neared the village, I sensed darkness around the ruins. I went to investigate. Found the priest's body. Demons. Foolishly, I took shelter in Nevesk and ate their food. You know the rest.
Yeah, don't eat sketchy food in a demonic setting because you have no idea what's in there, including poison. So that's not the vibe we're looking for, man.
Blood petals.
Blood
The
petals.
ones I was fed. Is this real?
This real? I hope not.
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink, and gamble, you covet, and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
Resist! Resist her temptation! Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
Go to the dry steppes and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
You came to thank the light.
Man, that opening scene with Lilith was insane. She is such a badass, but this is what I was referring to. For Lilith as a character, that line, "The Lords of Hell are coming to devour our world." She helped build the mortal world of Sanctuary. She sees mortals as her children in a sense. That's why they call her the Mother. So I'm wondering if she wants to either take over Sanctuary as her own or protect it from hell. So I feel like there's more to it. Obviously, she's morally compromised because she is a demon, and we saw that she allowed the priest to get bludgeoned. So she's not a good character by any means, but I feel like there's more complexity to her. I feel like there's something deeper to this character than just being a big bad from hell. I think there's more to it, and I'm really excited to see. But it looks like Blizzard is actually shutting down these servers. So let's see if we can exhaust Iosef's dialogue here and conclude this video, and expect to see at least one more Diablo 4 video coming from this channel until it comes out at the very least, because I want to show you guys as much as I can of the beta, of the gameplay before it shuts down on Monday afternoon. So, without further ado, let's talk to Iosef here. How did I get out here?
You collapsed inside. I thought the darkness had swallowed you. I dragged you here and put this cursed place to the torch. What happened to you in there?
I saw a vision. A horned demon. She said the Lords of Hell are coming. She wanted to help the people survive.
Help them?
She called them her children, and they welcomed her like a mother.
Mother? No. It cannot be. I must report to the cathedral. Listen, there is a hermit to the northeast. A man of questionable loyalty, but he knows of the forbidden. He might be useful to us. Bring him to the cathedral in Kyovashad, and you will be in the light's favor.
All right, let's see what Iosef has left to say right here. Who is the mother?
Do not call her that. It is a
Don't call her the
demon,
mother.
Lilith. The gospel says that she will walk among the people, posing as the mother of Sanctuary. If she is here, it is humankind's own sin that has brought her.
All right, interesting. And who is this hermit?
He surrounds himself with dark knowledge. Tread carefully, and pray he has not fallen to Lilith as well.
All right, let's conclude here. BattleNet is freaking out. It's telling me that there's going to be a shutdown, but really quickly, I'm really wondering if they're going to bring another big bad antagonist outside of just Lilith. Obviously, she's being advertised as the new version of Diablo. She's the next big character, but the way she's being described, the mother of Sanctuary, seemingly wanting to save the people. Oh, there we go. Now we're disconnected. I just feel like there's more to it. Like, who are these Lords of Hell? I think we're going to see other characters, not just Lilith, in this game. And man, I am so excited for this story. So perfect timing, because we managed to finish the first part of this game. This is probably about, I want to say, a third of the way into Act 1 for the beta version. So, with that said, if you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe, and expect to see at the very least one more Diablo 4 beta video in the next few days here. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one.